Welcome to South Summit Wrestling. We are here tonight, wrestling Carbon. The JV is about to get started. They've warmed up, then will be a couple more minutes. But we'd like to welcome everybody on. Hope you enjoy these broadcasts. Want to thank Ken and thank Jeremy for keeping this thing going and allowing us to do this. I enjoy doing it. I hope some of you at home enjoy watching and listening to it. We are ready to get going. Right now we have on our first JV match, Tough Thornton. We're going to go down to Chance Fish and Jaron Becker. We got Chance Fish out here right now. We watched Chance last week. He wrestled, had my notes here. Chance had a tough match last week against Ian Bryan. He lost to a pin. So we're going to see how he does tonight here with Carbon and Jaron Becker. Both wrestlers are still neutral. Ref's going to stop him already. We got a blood timeout. Chance Fish going to come to the sideline, get taken care of a little bit. And for those of you at home, you know, if we're too loud, if we're not coming through good, let me know. We can make some adjustments up here, and if we seem a little muffled. Still on this blood timeout with Chance Fish and Jaron Becker. Ref's going to bring him back. 1:18 on the clock. No time on the, no score yet. Ref is asking the coaches to back up a little bit. And here we go again. Chance shooting in for the single, pulls it in. Has it locked. Jaron doing a good job with the counter. Chance doing a great job of getting around behind him, getting the 3 points. Shooting for the half already from hands and knees. 57 seconds left on the clock. Chance is working it. He actually has him pulled over. He could pin him with this. He's got the nice arm around the back. Now he comes around, turns it into a double. Nope, he's going to stick with the half Nelson. Looks like he's kind of got almost an arm bar, but not quite the half Nelson. And he gets him, Chance Fish, with a pin.
Winner by fall from South Summit High School, Andrew Farmer.
Now we had Andrew Farmer. They went with him first.
Walker Lamb, and from South Summit, Tough Thornton.
Tough Thornton now and Caden Smith at 113 pounds. Sorry for the miscommunication there. They went down the list to Andrew Farmer, had him wrestling.
Up there we have
Up now, Tough Thornton, Caden Smith.
In the hole we have Bryson Ferguson and Drew Beckstead.
Last week we watched Andrew with a great match against Austin Stevenson. And we have Tough shooting in. Gets the 3-point takedown. Another change to this year's rules. 2 points or no more on the takedown. They're 3-point takedowns. Tough working that. Goes up to a crossbody ride. Doesn't quite get it. Caden going to his feet. Gets the escape. Score is going to be 3-1. Tough Thornton, Caden Smith. Tough shoots in, can't quite get the leg, goes up to a kind of a headlock. But now Caden has actually caught him off guard. Put Chance down, put Tough down on his back. Ref's down taking a look, 52 seconds left. Tough's on his back, and he's going to get pinned. Tough Thornton losing there in the first round.
Jaron Becker, and from South Summit High School, Chance Fish.
Now we have Chance Smith coming onto the mat. I apologize earlier. Andrew Farmer had a great match last week. Austin Stevenson went 3 rounds, won,
On deck, Bryson,
but wasn't so lucky tonight. Chance Fish, Jaron Becker.
LaShawn Duran, and Sam Montgomery.
And Chance shooting in. Sorry, Jaron shooting in, gets the 3-point takedown. Jaron working that upper body, got the tight waist. Getting here close to the edge of the mat. Jaron trying to flip him over. Chance doing a good job of not allowing him to score those near fall points. But now Jaron's able to get him on his back. He is going to give him 3 points. Score's going to be 6-0. Going to zoom in there a little bit. They end up going out of bounds. Ref's going to stop him with 1:13 left on the clock, bring him back to the center. Score is 6-0. 1:13 on the clock in the first round. Chance on the bottom, Jaron on top. Chance immediately tries to stand up, can't do it. Gets back to his hands and knees. Jaron working that arm. Chance doing a good job keeping all four legs on the table, so to speak, hands and knees. Jaron Becker working that upper body, trying to work his way into a cradle there. He has the leg, he has the head, he has it locked. He's going to roll Chance over here unless Chance can somehow break that away with 45 seconds left. Score is 6-0, and now Jaron's able to get Chance almost on his back. Chance doing a good job of keeping on his stomach. Unfortunately, Jaron does have those hands locked. That's going to be tough to get out of. Chance doing a good job now, getting to his feet. Still in that cradle, and now Jaron's able to roll him over. He's going to put Chance on his back. 12 seconds left on the clock. Ref down taking a look. I think Chance can get through this if he can keep rolling. Chance trying to get to one side, get that shoulder blade, but can't do it with 3.9 seconds left on the clock. Chance is going to get pinned.
Jaron Becker. Now wrestling from Carbon, Bryson Ferguson, and from South Summit High School, Crew Beckstead.
Crew Beckstead and Bryson Ferguson. We are here at the 165-pound weight class. It looks like Crew usually wrestles 150, but in order to get some matches in, we're going to do it. Bryson shoots in for the single. Crew does a good job of pulling that leg back, getting around behind him, and ends up with a 3-point takedown. Crew wrestling about 15 pounds underweight. Bryson's got him by 15 pounds. Score is still 3-0 there with Crew on top. Crew working around. Bryson trying to get to his feet. And now drops down and does a 2-point reversal and has Crew on his back. Ref down is taking a look and ends up getting pinned. So Crew getting pinned here in the first round with 1 minute left. Keep in mind he was about 15 pounds underweight.
Now wrestling from Carbon, LaShawn Duran and Sam Montgomery from South Summit High School.
LaShawn Duran and Sam Montgomery now out on the mat. Sam Montgomery, ref's going to start him out. LaShawn shoots in, trying to get that single. Sam does a good job pulling the leg back, getting around behind him. Now he works his way into a cradle. He's just got to get those hand locks, but he didn't get the hand lock, ends up in trouble, and LaShawn gets a 2-point reversal. Score's going to be 3-2. Now LaShawn is on top. Sam Montgomery's on the bottom. Sam trying to get to his feet. Gets to his feet, trying to break that grip. LaShawn trying to take him back down. Sam drops into trying to do a reversal. Can't do it. LaShawn maintains control. Sam goes to his feet, working on getting that 1-point escape. He's got to get those hands down in there. He's got to clear. Ref's not giving it to him yet. Now he's going to give him a 2-point reversal instead of the 1-point escape. Score is going to be 5-2 for Sam. Sam Montgomery, LaShawn Duran on the mat right now. 1 minute left in the first round. Sam kind of working towards that cradle. He has the leg, he has the arm, has the head. You'd like to see him clear that shoulder a little bit before he gets his hands locked. He'll be able to score it. Now he's got the shoulder cleared. Now he can roll him over and pin him. Ref's down taking a look. LaShawn's on his back. Sam's got the cradle. He's got the leg locked. He's got the hand locked. LaShawn doing a good job of somehow getting a reverse and ends up pinning Sam.
Winner by fall, LaShawn Duran.
So in a terrible chain of events there, Sam had him pinned. Sam had him in the cradle. And LaShawn is somehow able to spin around, broke the grip, ended up with Sam on his back, and ended up pinning Sam. Okay, on the mat now. I can't tell who we've got.
On deck, Chance Wood and Andrew Farmer.
Nash Harley now on the mat. Had to go take a look because I didn't recognize and they didn't call it out. Nash shooting in, trying to get the single. Now Carbon shoots in, trying to get the single. Nash does a good job getting his hands down in there where they're supposed to be for the counter. Both wrestlers still neutral, 1 minute left on the clock. Now they kind of get untangled and work their way back to their feet. Both wrestlers neutral now with 58 seconds left on the clock. Nash tying up. And Carbon reaches in there for an easy single. He has both arms around the single. He's going to end up getting a 3-point takedown here. Pulling on the ankle, goes into a crossbody ride. The Carbon wrestler now does that crossbody ride. He pulls the arm. Nash in a little bit of trouble here. Not yet, but he's going to be. Carbon thought he knew what he wanted to do there, and I don't think he knows how to finish off that crossbody ride. Nash reaching around back, which is the last thing you want to do. Gets wise and drops back down to his 4-point. Now he's got to work his way back up. Carbon now going, trying to get that half Nelson. Nash doing a good job of keeping his head up. Time runs out in the first period. Carbon wins the toss. He defers. Nash has the choice. He's going to choose neutral. Start the second round. Score is 3-0 for Carbon. Carbon shoots in. Nash does a good job. It gets a little off balance. Carbon's able to put him in a headlock, put him right down on the mat, and he's going to pin him here. Nash trying to get back to his stomach. Carbon has the reverse half. Now he has the other arm, and he's got him stuck. Nash doing an amazing job keeping one shoulder blade off, but can't do it for long. Carbon ends up with the pin.
Winner by fall, Jude Sanchez. Now wrestling from Carbon, Chance Wood, and from South Summit High School, Andrew Farmer.
Elijah Rommel, Andrew Farmer. And we'll get started with that match. Both wrestlers neutral, on their feet. Andrew ties up. Elijah looks like he's trying to set up a headlock. Andrew doing a good job keeping his feet back, keeping his head out. Elijah knows what he wants to set up, and Andrew's doing a good job of keeping him from setting up the way he wants to. Both wrestlers still neutral, 1:20 on the clock. No points scored. Andrew now working his way from a standing position, trying to get around to get the cradle. He has the arm, he has the leg. He's going to get the 3-point takedown, and now he's going to get some near fall points, and he's going to pin him. Andrew Farmer with the big pin. 1:20 to 1:10 left on the clock in the first period. So big pin there for Andrew. Good job.
Now wrestling, once again, Walker Lamb and Tough Thornton.
Tough Thornton gonna wrestle again. Walker Lamb. So Tough's second match tonight.
On net, Connor Stowe and Chance Fish. And in the hole, Bryson Ferguson and Bo Jackson.
And here we go. Tough Thornton, Walker Lamb. Lamb shoots in trying to get the cradle, can't do it. Trying to get the fireman's carry. Both wrestlers still neutral, still on their feet, separated. Going to do a little tying up now. Tough Walker Lamb tried to shoot in there for a fireman. Tough did a good job of staying away from it. Walks him around, ends up getting the three-point takedown and puts Walker right on his back. Tough Thornton is going to get the pin. Tough Thornton there with 1:20 left on the clock. Ends up pinning Walker from Carbon.
And Chance Fish.
Okay, we're going to have Chance Fish wrestling again. I think he's wrestling Kason Duran. Chance Fish.
Our last match of the night, Bryson Ferguson and Bo Jackson. Coach, your name changes.
Chance Fish. Carbon shoots in. Trying to get that double leg. Chance does a good job with a nice hard crossface. Carbon goes to a single. Chance still with that crossface. Ends up putting him down on his back. He's going to get 3 points for the takedown. He should have got a couple of points for a near fall, but he really wasn't on the mat long enough. Chance Fish now working that single arm bar. Doing a good job there with the arms and the legs. Drops it, goes back to a tight waist and an elbow chop. Gets a little bit out in front of him. You want to see him stay back behind there, keep his weight back behind there. Keeps the leg tied up, which is good. Going back to a tight waist with that arm. Chance following him around. 1:06 left on the clock. Score is 3-0 for Chance. Carbon getting back to his hands and knees. Chance with a nice tight waist and an elbow chop. Keeps following around. You want to see him tie up that leg back there. He's got the leg intertwined. He just needs to tie it up a little better. Put some more of that weight on him. Make that Carbon wrestle carry your weight. Working on a single arm bar. He has the arm. He has it through. He doesn't have it through far like we'd like it to be, but he's going to be enough to roll Carbon on his back. Ref's going to get down, take a look, and Chance is going to have the pin. So Chance lost with a pin here a minute ago. He wins with a pin now. So 50-50 on the night. Last JV match of the night. Bryson Ferguson.
Final JV match of the night, Bryson Ferguson and Bo Jackson.
Bryson Ferguson and Bo Jackson. These guys are at the 165 weight pound class. Bryson trying to work his way into some position there. Bo keeping him out of it. Both wrestlers still neutral. Bryson trying for the throw. Can't quite get it. Still ends up neutral and tries another throw and misses. Slips off of him, and Bo's going to get the 3-point takedown. Now Bryson doing a good job of getting the 1-point escape, and then he's going to get a 3-point takedown. So score is 4-3, 1:20. So good job there by Bryson. Just quick automatic moves, one after the other. Bryson's on top. He's a little far forward. We want to see him sit back there just a little bit like he's doing now. Working on that tight waist and crossbody. He's got to be careful when you try to come over for those double arm You can really slip that pretty quick. They end up coming off the mat. Ref's going to bring him back to the center, start him again. Bryson on top, Bo Jackson on the bottom. Bo goes to his feet. Ref's going to warn him for an illegal hold. Bryson now trying to put that cradle on. He has the arm, had the leg, he had it locked for just a second, but he lost it, and that allows Bo to get a 1-point escape. Score is now going to be 5-4 for Bo. 42 seconds left on the clock. Both wrestlers neutral. So Bryson shoots for the fireman. He has the leg, drops it, goes to a single. Now he turns it into a duck under, ends up with a 3-point takedown. Ref's going to say no, not yet, because Bo has that leg. Rightfully so. So now Bo keeping a hold of that leg. Bryson ends up getting a little bit out of position. He can't score the points, but now he ends up with a throw. Still doesn't score any points. Both wrestlers still neutral. Both wrestlers have taken 3 or 4 takedowns, yet no points are scored because they haven't followed through with it. Okay, so Bo trying to take Bryson down had an illegal headlock. They ended up going to the mat hard. Bo gets a 1-point penalty, which gives Bryson the point. Score is going to be tied at 5 with 0.6 seconds left. Now, which is exactly why that ref heard and blew the whistle on that illegal hold. Because as Bo was trying to take Bryson down, because he had that illegal hold on him, he ended up hitting his head into the mat, took a tough fall, which is exactly why we have these illegal holds. And a lot of times, the wrestlers don't do these illegal holds on purpose. They end up, as you're clawing and grabbing for anything you can get, you just end up with it that way. And I think that's what happened here with Bo. Bo wasn't trying to do an illegal hold. Bo was trying to do a takedown, and he was grabbing any arm and leg he could at any point in time. But I think Bo did get a little bit rattled on that. When they hit the mat, they hit hard. They hit hard, and Bo hit on the bottom. When you're done, you can replay this and watch that. It was a hard hit. Okay, ref's going to start him back neutral, 0.6 on the clock. And that ends the first round. Score's tied at 5. Bryson Ferguson, Bo Jackson. Green gets to choose, and he's going to start neutral. Green defers. Red is Carbon is going to choose down. So Bo Jackson taking the bottom, Bryson Ferguson on top. Covers the arm, covers the navel, and the ref's going to start him out. Score's tied at 5. Bo Jackson from Carbon, Bryson Ferguson from South Summit. Bryson getting a little bit out of position. He gets up there in front. That's going to allow Bo to get a 1-point escape. Bryson trying to work into that cradle, and you've got to have the leg tied up before you work into that cradle. Otherwise, that's what happens. You end up out of position, and you end up getting escaped. Bryson tries to fire him, and he has the arm. He got into the leg, but he couldn't quite follow through with it. Now Bryson with a head shot. Can't score any points there either. 6-5 for Bo Jackson of Carbon. 1:16 left on the clock in the second period. Both wrestlers neutral on their feet. And brought Bo with a nice duck under fade, pulls in the single leg, goes to the double, pulls back to the single. Bryson does a good job of getting those arms down in there with the counter. If he follows through with this, he's going to get that 3-point takedown. He's got to get that leg cleared. Bryson trying to go for the pin or the cradle without getting the takedown first. He needs to score those points before he starts looking for the pin. Bo doing a good job of keeping a hold of that leg, which doesn't allow Bryson to score any points. Bryson's still a point behind, and he spent a lot of energy on top. Bryson keeps that leg. Bo keeps that leg. Bryson getting a little bit out of position, and Bo may end up with a 2-point takedown. Once again, Bryson going for the pin without having the takedown. You've got to get that control first. And until Bo gets that leg, a hand off of his leg, There he goes. Now he should be able to get that three-point takedown. And I think ref's going to wait till he clears that. Bo just had to clear the leg, clear the arm. Would have had 3 more points, but now he's behind by 1 to start the third period. Bryson going to start the third round neutral. Bryson has been close to scoring about 15 points, but hasn't finished through with them. Shoots in for the fireman, can't do it. Bryson on both wrestlers on their feet. Starting the third period, Bryson behind by 1. Bryson working to a headlock. He has the arm in the head, but he has the strength to pull him. Pulls him all the way over, and Bo ends up putting Bryson on his back. Bryson able to get to his stomach, but now the score is 9-5. Bryson has completely dominated this match and has scored 0 points. They end up going out of bounds. The ref's going to bring him back. Bryson's going to be on the bottom. Bryson has scored a lot of points. He just hasn't got the points because he hasn't followed through with it. Score's going to be 9-5, 1:28 on the clock, third period. Bryson now trying to get around behind him, goes to his feet. And now he's going to, as he tries to get away, Bo keeps a hold of the one ankle. Bryson crawling towards the end of the mat. A lot of energy expended. No points scored. Bo going to a crossbody ride. Now if Bryson could take advantage of this, he could score some more points, but just before he scores the points, they go out of bounds. Ref's going to stop him, bring him back to the center, and Bryson's got to start on his hands and knees again. Bo covers the net, and Bryson with a nice little sit out, trying to do the reversal, but couldn't get it finished. Bo now with a tight waist, clock ticking down to 55 seconds. Bryson on his hands and knees, Bo still on top, Bo still leading 9-5. Clock ticks down to 40 seconds. Nothing's changed. Bryson's still on the bottom, trying to get the 1-point escape, but he's got to have more than that. 33 seconds left on the clock. Got to have a little more expedience here by Bryson. Needs to throw on a hard crossface. 25 seconds. Bo does a good job stepping behind, trying to do the ankle drag. And now he gets the 1-point escape. Now he needs a takedown. Score's going to be 9-6. Bryson trying to go for the throw, misses it, and ends up on his back. That's going to give Bo 3 more points on the takedown. 12-6, 4 seconds left, and Bryson really just beat himself on this match. Bryson was on the verge of scoring at least 25 points, but he didn't follow through and he didn't finish them off. If that was my word of advice, Bryson, you've got to finish those moves. You've got to finish that off. Quit going for the big pin. Go for the points first, and the pin will come. Okay, that's the end of our JV matches tonight. We are going to take a little break. 6 o'clock right now. Varsity Wrestling is going to start at 7. About 6:45, we'll log on. We will have the national anthem, the introductions, and we'll go to that point. So we're going to just sign off for a minute. We'll possibly leave the camera rolling, but we'll wait and see. So 7 o'clock, we'll be back on. And just moving the camera around here a little bit. 7 o'clock, we'll be back with Varsity. See you then. Welcome back to Wildcat Wrestling. It's about 6:45. We're going to start here. They'll start wrestling in about 15 minutes, but just wanted to get on and let you know that we will be broadcasting. If you got anybody you know that wants to watch, give them a call, tell them we're on. There was about I think a 20-second delay, so you can still get on and watch a few minutes late. You're watching the camera now. Carbon is here. They're out warming up. I would guess in another 5 to 10 minutes we'll bring the Wildcats out and they'll warm up and we'll have the flag ceremony. So just wanted to get you on and make sure that y'all knew we were on, and we'll cut back out here and take a little break for a few more minutes. But 7 o'clock is wrestle time. So we'll be back on just a few minutes before that.
Tonight's Wildcats welcome the Garden Dinos from Price. Thank you all for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we'd like to have the cheerleaders present the colors for the national anthem. Please stand and join us in the national anthem. Thank you, Southside cheerleaders. All right, let's get right into the face-off. Tonight we're going to be starting at the 126-pound classification. From Carbon, Hayden Hunt, and from South Summit, Robert T-Bowles. At 132 pounds, from Carbon, Tom Rayburn, and from South Summit, Gunnar Kindler. At 138 pounds, from Carbon, Randall Aaron, and from South Summit, Bryce Colbert. At 144 pounds, from Carbon, Trace Preston, and from South Summit, Zane Winter. At 150 pounds, from Carbon, Alec Urita, and from South Summit, Gage Prescott. At 157 pounds from Carbon, Jude Sanchez, and from South Summit, Briggs Metcalf. At 165 pounds from Carbon, Alex Leyva, and from South Summit, Brian Freeman. At 175 pounds from Carbon, Cole Hinkley, and from South Summit, Ben Smith. At 190 pounds, we have a forfeit. Rutger Woodward from South Summit wins by forfeit. At 215 pounds, Andy Kiefer from Carbon and Tanner Smith from South Summit. At 285 pounds, from Carbon, Ben Stewart, and from South Summit, Traven Poker. At 106 pounds, from Carbon, Janet Greenella, and from South Summit, Blake Bolger. At 113 pounds, from Carbon, Ashton Densley, and from South Summit, Cash Atkinson. And our final match of the night will be 120 pounds, from Carbon, Gage Ledford, and from South Summit, Brigham Crittenden. Captains to the center of the mat, please.
All right, we are back on live. We left the audio on there so you could hear the national anthem, and Sam Oplenop does such a good job announcing the bouts that I just kind of want to turn it on to him. So we left the mic open so that you could hear that. Hopefully you all heard that. Going to run things a little different tonight. We're going to start at the 126-pound weight class, work our way through, and then we'll come back with the 106, 113, and 120 pounds at the end. So if you're tuning in and you think, crap, I missed them, you didn't. We're going to start at 126 pounds.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's start off our wrestling at the 126-pound classification. From Carbon, Hayden Hunt, and from South Summit, Rylan T-Bowles.
First match of the night, Ryland Teeples from South Summit. Hayden Hunt from Carbon. Okay, here we go. Both these guys getting after it right off the bat. And we get the three-point takedown from Ryland. He goes, shoots in, does a nice little duck under, ends up on top with the 3 points. 1:38 left in the first round. He gets him enough on his back that they're going to give him another 3 points for a near foul. Score's going to be 6-0. Ryland now getting in a little bit of trouble as he gets out of shape. Hayden Hunt able to almost get to his feet. He's going to end up with the 1-point escape. Not quite, though. He's actually got the leg. He might end up with a reversal here, but a hard crossface with Ryland keeps that from happening. Ends up putting him right on his back, and he's going to get down there and look. Ref's taking a look. I don't think he can pin him. He's going to get the 3-point near fall, which the ref gives him now. Score's going to be 9-0 with 1 minute left. Now Ryland has him in a cradle. He has the hand locked. He has the head, and he gets the pin. Ryland Teeples, 56 seconds left in the first round with the big pin.
At the 132-pound classification from Carbon, Cohen, and from South Summit, Gunner.
Gunner Klinger up next. He's going to be wrestling Cohen Labrum from Carbon. Gunner Klinger, Cohen Labrum, 132-pound weight class. They come out to the center of the mat. They're going to shake, and here we go. Gunner Klinger, Cohen Labrum. Gunner with a nice head shock. Almost gets the 3-point takedown, but he had the shock, and if he had jumped on it, he'd have got it. They end up going out of bounds. No points scored. Ref brings them back to the center. They start again with 1:44 left on the clock. Both wrestlers tie up. Still tied up, still neutral. No points scored here. Gunner Klinger with a nice ankle pick. Pulls the ankle, does the knockback, lifts the leg, going for the kill. 1:16 left on the clock. Actually tries to turn it into a standing cradle. He does get the 3-point takedown, but he was working on that 3-point standing cradle. Almost got it. Ref's going to stop him for potentially dangerous. 1:08 left on the clock. Ref's going to bring him back to the center. Cohen's going to be on the bottom. Gunner on top. Cohen immediately goes for the reverse. Gets the leg wrapped. Gets the hand held. Can't quite get it. Goes to his feet. Gunner does a good job maintaining control. Doesn't allow the 2-point reversal. Does the 1-leg lift. Tries to do the trip. Almost gets him down. Cohen doing a good job, but now he's going to get the 1-point escape. So score's going to be 3-1 with 46 on the clock. Both wrestlers neutral. Dancing around, little head slapping. Cohen shoots for the single. Gunner does a good job stretching out. Doesn't allow it to happen. They get back on their feet. Tied up. Score is 3-1 with 20 seconds left on the clock for Gunner Klinger. Both wrestlers neutral on their feet. Cohen shoots in, doesn't get anything, and now Gunner tries to do a little ankle pick. Doesn't get the ankle pick, but comes up underneath. He's going to try to get 3 points before the clock runs out. 1 second left on the clock, and he gets it. 3 points on the takedown. Score's going to be 9-1 at the end of 1. Gunner defers. Cohen chooses to start the second round on the bottom. Scoreboard shows 6-1. I think it should be 9-1. Gunner gets on top, covers the navel, covers the elbow. Ref starts him out. Gunner immediately shoots out, pulls off to the side, trying to work into that cradle. Cohen does a good job getting to his feet. He's going to get the 1-point escape. Score's going to be 9-1. Scoreboard showing 6-1. And now Goen shoots in for the ankle, has the single leg. He doesn't quite have control yet to get the takedown points. Gunner does a good job of getting back to his feet. Cohen trying to do that standing cradle. That's not going to happen. And now Cohen really trying to get that breakdown. Gunner does a good job getting the hand off the leg, getting back to his feet. Both wrestlers neutral, 1:20 on the clock in the second period. Score is 6-2 for Gunner. Scoreboard still showing 6-2, but I think it's 9-2. Both wrestlers neutral on their feet, dancing around, backed up. Clock ticks down to 52 seconds in the second round. Gunner Cohen shoots in, tries to get something. Gunner stretches right back out, ends up on top. Just got to get around behind him, gets another 3-point. Has the tight waist, working that arm. Goes to a cradle. He has the leg, he has the arm, he has him down. 30 seconds left on the clock. Ref taking a look. I don't think he can pin him, but he's working on it. Gunner Klinger with a tight cradle. Ref looking from the backside, trying to see those shoulder blades. Gunner sucking it up a little tighter. 19 seconds left on the clock. Still got the cradle. Still got Cohen on his back. Gunner sucks it up a little harder. Ref still taking a look. And Cohen is somehow able to get out of it. That gives Gunner another 3-point near fall as the second period comes to an end. Score is going to be 13-2, but I think it should actually be 16-2. I think they missed 3 points. Gunner will start the third round on the bottom. Cohen on top. Cohen taking his time, covers the navel, covers the elbow, and here we go. Elbow, and here we go. Gunner immediately goes to his feet, trying to break that hand grip. And the ref is going to give a stalling to Cohen, a warning. Cohen does a lift and does a throw down. He's going to end up still on top. Gunner on on his 4-point stance. Cohen really trying to work on the elbow and the tight waist. Gunner just needs to do a quick sit-out reverse here, and he can pull that reversal. Score is 13-2, 1:30 left in the third period. Gunner Klinger, Cohen Labrum. Cohen now working on that reverse arm bar. Tries to go to a cradle. Gunner does a good job stretching that leg out. Cohen really not able to do anything on top. Gunner working his way back to his hands and knees. Just needs to clear that leg and get that set out, and he'll get the 2-point reversal. But Cohen still does a good job of tying that leg up. Cohen a little bit out of position. You'd like to see Gunner take advantage of that. Gunner getting to his feet. He's trying to get the 1-point escape, and now he does. Some score is going to be 14-2 as they end up going out of bounds near the South Summit bench. Ref's going to stop him. And now the ref's going to give another point to Gunner for stalling on Carbon. The ref brings him back to the center. They start neutral. Gunner reaches in for an ankle, can't get it. Cohen reaches in for a single. He gets it. He's going to get a 3-point takedown. Score is going to be 15-5. Now Cohen is going to let Gunner up. He's going to get a 1-point escape. Both wrestlers neutral. Score is 16-5 with 30 seconds left in the third period. Both wrestlers neutral on their feet. Gunner shoots in for a fireman. He has the leg. He drops the arm, trying to get just a single leg takedown now. He's got to suck the arm up, come around underneath. Still trying to work in. They are close to the outside of the mat there near the South Summit bench. Ref's going to stop him for a stalemate, bring him back to the center, start him neutral. Score is 16-5, 9 seconds left on the clock. Blows his whistle. They're going to start again. 5 seconds. Cohen trying to get a 2-point, 3-point takedown. And now Gunner shoots in for a fireman, misses the leg, and time runs out. Score is going to end up 16-5. I think it should have been 19-5, but we'll go with 16-5. Winner by points. Gunner Klinger.
At 138, Riker O'Haron, and from South Summit, Bryce Pulver.
Up next, Bryce Pulver, Riker O'Haron. Riker O'Haron on the mat. Bryce coming on. 138-pound weight class, Bryce Pulver. And here we go. Bryce doing a good job, staying back a little bit, kind of estimating, feeling him out. They tie up now. And Riker shoots for a classic fireman's carry, does it perfectly, puts Bryce on the mat, he's on top. Riker will get the three-point takedown, working for that cradle. Bryce almost on his back, ref taking a look. Bryce has really got to do something different here. And he does so. He's able to get to his stomach, but not before 3 points are added to that. Score is going to be 6-0 for Riker. Now Riker with a hard crossface puts Bryce on his back again. That's going to give him another 1 point they're going to give him for the near fall. Score is going to be 7-0 with 1 minute left in the first period. Now Riker has Bryce in a cradle. He has the arm, he has the leg, he's got it sucked up tight. Ref's taking a look, and Bryce is not going to be able to get out of this one. Bryce ends up getting pinned.
Now wrestling at 144 from Carlin, Trace Pressman, and from South Summit, Zane Winter.
Zane Winter now coming onto the mat. Trace Crespin. And here we go. Trace shoots in for the single, gets it, pulls down 3 points right off the bat with 6 seconds on the clock. Tight waist, elbow chop. Trace doing a good job staying up on his stance. Zane working towards that cradle. Got the leg tied, trying to go to that up cradle. He has the arm, he has the head. He's got to get his hands locked. Trace doing a good job keeping him from doing that. Now Zane's got to get to the side and pull him over. He doesn't have that shoulder cleared. You'd like to see that a little better. That's going to give 3 point takedown for Zane. And he's going to get some points on the near fall with 1 minute left in the second period. Trace is able to break the cradle and get an escape. Zane lets him up. Score is going to be 3-1. He didn't get the near fall points. Zane tied up, they're both neutral, and Zane almost has the points as they get close to the out of bounds. He's going to get the 3 takedown. They are still close to the out of bounds. Zane working now on that crossbody ride. Pulls on the leg. The way Zane's set up is it's going to be tough for him to get some near fall points. Score is 10-1 now, though. 38 seconds left on the clock in the first period. Zane with a pretty commanding lead. They end up going out of bounds. Ref's going to stop and bring him back. .34 seconds showing on the clock here in the first period. Trace on the bottom. Zane on top. And here we go, 33 seconds left. Zane with a tight waist and an elbow chop, gets him broke down. Starts working that single arm bar. Has the arm looped, tying those legs up, gets a little bit out of position, but gets himself back up there. Now he's going to try to walk that around and turn him over. 16 seconds left on the clock. Trace doing a good job keeping that leg out there, trying to keep from going on his back, but Zane's got him. Zane's going to pin him. Not yet. Ref's still taking a look. 4 seconds left on the clock, and somehow Trace manages to get back to his stomach. It's going to give him a 3 point near fall, 4 point near fall. Score is going to be 14-1 at the end of one. Green has the choice. He chooses to start neutral. So Zane choosing to start the second round neutral. Score is 14-1. Zane shoots in for the single, pulls both arms around it, gets the single leg takedown, gets a 3 point takedown. And that's going to put it at 17-1, and that's the end of the match. Zane Winter with the win.
150 pounds from Harlan, Alec Urita, and from South Summit, Gage Prescott.
Gage Prescott now coming onto the mat. Alec Uritia, 150-pound weight class. Gage and Alec. And here we go. Both wrestlers kind of keeping their distance. They tie up now. Both of them doing a little head pushing. Still on their feet, still neutral. Near the South Summit bench of the mat. And now a nice little duck under there by Gage is going to give him a 3-point takedown. Gage and Alec. So now Alec on the bottom, Gage on top. He pulls the arm, tries to put Gage on his back, tries to put Alec on his back. Can't quite get there. Ref doesn't give him the points. Well, he's going to give him 2 near falls. So 5-0 now for Gage Prescott. 1 minute left on the clock. Gage getting a little bit out of position there as Alec rolls around, tries to get away. Gage doing a good job keeping with him, but they're going to end up going out of bounds on the carbon side of the mat. Ref's going to stop him and bring him back to the center. Alec on the bottom, Gage on top. 57 seconds left on the clock. Gage leading by a score of 5-0. Covers the navel, covers the elbow, and they go again. Alec immediately tries to get up. Gage with a nice tight waist, keeps him down. Has him flat on his stomach. Does a good job keeping that weight on him, keeping the legs tied up, working the upper body. Looking to try to get that half Nelson. Alec does a good job of pulling that off. Alec does a very good job with his counter moves. Now a hard crossface with Gage. Can't get anything there. Alex just spreads out. Another crossface. Gage looking to try to work on an armbar, work on a half Nelson. Can't seem to get anything. Alec now going to his feet. Gage with a nice arm drag and a tight waist puts Alec on his back. Ref's taking a look. I don't think he can pin him. Alec able to get to his hands and knees. Gage stays with him on top. Score is 5-0 with time running out in the first period. Ref is going to give Gage 4 points on the near fall. Score is going to be 9-0 at the end of 1. To start the second period, Gage is going to be on the bottom. Alex is going to be on top. And here we go for the second round. Score is 9-0 for Gage. Gage is starting on the bottom position, tries to go to his feet, can't. Alec putting on a tight waist. Gage grabs the arm, sucks him around, gets a, doesn't end up with the reversal. Almost had it. Goes back to his feet. Alec staying with him. Now Alec trying to pull that arm in between. Keeps Gage down flat on the mat. Clock is 1:30 on the clock. Score is 9-0 for Gage Prescott here in the second period. Now Alec really getting frustrated. Alec has Gage's leg tied up. Gage is up to his 3-4 point stance, trying to get to his feet. Gets a 1 point escape with a crawl out. Score is going to be 10-0 with 1:10 left on the clock in the second period. Wrestlers on their feet, tied up head to head, and the nice textbook fireman's carry there by Gage. He has the leg, he has the arm, he does the perfect takedown, gets 3 points. Score is going to be 13-0. He has Alec on his back. Ref's down taking a look. He really doesn't have a hold on him, but he's got both arms up, and I think he's going to be able to pin him. Nope, Alec able to get to his stomach. Now Alec able to grab both arms. He sucks up both arms. Alec's down flat on the mat. Ref taking a look. 34 seconds left on the clock. Gage sucks it up harder. Alex on his back and gets him. Gage Prescott with the pin. 28 seconds left in the second period, and Gage gets the pin.
Now wrestling at 157 pounds.
Team score right now is at 21-6 for the Wildcats.
Briggs, Metcalf.
Up next, we are going to have Jude Sanchez from Carbon and Briggs Metcalf. Briggs and Jude. Here we go, Briggs and Jude. Briggs Metcalf with a nice little head drop and gets around behind him for a quick three-point takedown. Briggs working that single arm bar. Has the half on one side, single arm bar on the other. He's going to walk it around. He may be able to get something done quick here. Briggs Metcalf with a nice arm bar. Jude Sanchez on the bottom. Briggs really just got to walk this around now. Now he got him. He's got him on his back. Left down taking a look. Briggs sucking it up harder. He's got it. 1:23 left on the clock, and he gets the pin. Briggs Metcalf with a quick pin. 1:22 left on the clock.
Now wrestling at 165 pounds from Carbon, Alex Leyva, and from South Summit, Brian Freeman.
Alex Leyva, Brian Freeman. Alex from Carbon, Brian from South Summit.
I used to break times like this, with Brown like this, so
Gary comes onto the mat, and we'll get going with him. Brian ties up, does a little head shot, shoots in for the single, has the leg, gets the three-point takedown. Has him broke down flat, hard cross face ride, high body ride, wraps the leg, immediately puts Alec on his back. Ref's not going to get down and take a look because Brian cannot pin him from here, I don't think, but now Brian's able to get his arms pulled around, and now he can pin him. The clock ticking down to 1:25, and Brian Freeman with the quick pin.
From South Summit High School, Brian Freeman. Now wrestling at 175 pounds from Carbon, Cole Hinkley, and from South Summit, Ben Smith.
Ben Smith coming onto the mat now. Cole Hinkley from Carbon, Ben Smith. Ref's going to start him out. Cole immediately tries to shoot in. Ben takes a quick duck under, gets the three-point takedown, works that upper body quick, has the arms. Going to put him right down on his back. 1:42 on the clock. Ref down taking a look. Ben with a reverse arm bar. Nothing pretty here, but it's working for him. I think just the actual strength and technique that Ben has, it just makes him tough. And he's got him on his back now. Ben really sucking it up. I don't think that Cole can get out of this. Ben's going to suck it up tighter, and the ref's going to get him pinned. So a quick pin for Ben Smith with 1:20 left showing on the clock.
At 190 pounds, Riker Woodward will win by forfeit.
Riker Woodward now wins with a forfeit. He doesn't have a match tonight.
Now wrestling at 215 pounds from Carbon, Andy Kiefer, and from South Summit, Tanner Smith.
Up next, we've got Tanner Smith, Andy Kiefer. Tanner Smith from South Summit, Andy Kiefer from Carbon. And here we go. Lots of head slapping here between Tanner and Andy. They tie up now. They're still both on their feet. Tanner tries to do a little step back there. Doesn't get his leg all the way through. Andy shoots in for the double. Has the three-point takedown. Tanner Smith on the bottom. 1:20 left on the clock. Tanner Smith flat on his stomach. Andy Kiefer working that upper body. Shoots the half. He's going to roll Tanner on his back. I don't think he can pin him here. Ref's not even down taking a look yet until now. Now Andy has the arm in there. Tanner Smith in trouble. 1 minute left showing on the clock. Andy Kiefer sucking that arm up on Tanner Smith. Tanner Smith in a little bit of trouble. Ref taking a look. Andy Kiefer sucking it up harder. 45 seconds left on the clock if Tanner can fight through this. Tanner almost able to get to his stomach. Andy Kiefer throws in a harder half. Andy Kiefer now able to get to his hands and knees, but they're ending up going out of bounds. Ref hasn't stopped him yet. Has a reverse half with the cradle. Ref's going to stop him now and bring him back. Score. Oh, no, they did give him the fall, so they did pin him. Tanner Smith getting pinned right here at the edge of the mat.
From Carden, Ben Stewart. And from South Center, Traven Boger.
We get to our heavyweight class now. Like I told you before, it's not over. We still got, as soon as we get done with Traven Boger here at the heavyweight, we're going to go back to Blake Pulver, Cash Atkinson, and Regan Crittenden will finish us out. But right now, Traven Boger, South Summit, Ben Stewart. And here we go. Boger with a nice little duck under there, gets the 3 points. Boger now working the side, trying to work into that cradle. Boger's going to let him up. That'll give Ben Stewart 1 point for the escape. Traven going to get on his feet and work towards another takedown. And now Traven shoots in for the single, gets another 3-point takedown. Hard crossface there by Traven. He's going to wrap the leg and he's going to put Ben on his back. Ref down taking a look. And just that quick, Traven Boger with the pin.
Now wrestling at 106 pounds from Harlem. Hold on, we're going to clean up the mat really quickly.
Okay, it's not over. I know Traven's usually our last wrestler. He's not the last wrestler tonight. Blake Pulver's going to be coming up here next. Then we're going to watch Cash Atkinson, and then we're going to watch Regan Crittenden. So stay tuned in.
Jens Greenholler, and from South Summit, Blake Pulver.
Trying to just tune this camera in a little better. And immediately Jance Greenhall tries to put Blake Pulver in a headlock. Blake's still able to stay on his feet, but Jance does have the headlock. And now Jance is going to be able to take him down, get the 3-point takedown, but Blake's immediately going to get up, get a 1-point escape, and Jance is going to shoot in for the double, get another 3 points, and then he's going to let Blake Pulver up, giving him a point. Score is going to be 6-2 for Jance Greenhall over Blake Pulver. Now Jance with a nice duck under, does a roll under and has the arm and the leg. Blake in a little bit of trouble, but Blake able to get back to his stomach, not until he loses 2 points on the near fall. Just that quick with a takedown and the near fall, scores 11-2 for Jance Greenhall. Blake Pulver on his hands and knees, Jance Greenhall on top, working that upper body, pulls on that tight waist, does a roll under. Blake does a good job rolling through it, back to his stomach. 52 seconds left on the clock. Blake working that upper body. Jance working that upper body. Blake almost gets away there for a minute. Jance grabs the other arm and pulls him right back down. Jance is going to get another 3-point near fall. Score is going to be 14-2 for Jance Greenhall over Blake Pulver. 32 seconds, and now Jance is able to put Blake on his back and pins him that quick. So we're going to have a loss there with 28 seconds left on the clock.
Jance Greenhall. Now wrestling at 113 pounds from Carbon, Ashton Densley, and from South Summit, Cash Atkinson.
Ashton Densley, Cash Atkinson, 113-pound weight class. And here we go. Cash shoots in for the single, has the single, does the lift, doesn't score the points, and now Ashton is able to come back underneath, grab the two legs, and get a three-point takedown on Cash. Cash doing a good job there, getting that initial shot in, but didn't follow through it. Ashton now trying to put that arm under and roll him over. Ashton now going to a crossbody ride. Cash on the bottom. Ashton has the leg looped, working on the arm. With that crossbody ride, Cash has to be real careful here. Once Ashton gets that arm linked, it's going to be pretty tough for Cash to get away, but he does. Cash able to get to his feet. Ref's going to stop him for potentially dangerous. Bring him back to the center of the mat. Score is 0-3 for Ashton Densley, Cash Atkinson. Cash will be on the bottom, Ashton on top. Ref's going to say, nope, we're going to go back to our neutral position, not sure why. Cash Atkinson, Ashton Densley. Ashton shoots in for the single, misses. Cash with a good job on the crossface. Cash doing a good job stretching out, staying back, tries to go to a headlock, misses it. That allows Ashton to get another 3 points on the takedown. Not yet. As long as Cash keeps a hold of that leg, they end up going out of bounds neutral. So a good job there by Cash, keeping Ashton from scoring those 3 points. Ref will stop him, bring him back to the center. Ashton, Cash shoots in for the single. He has the single, goes all the way through, trying to come back around with that 3-point takedown. He's got to clear the leg first. Cash doing a good job here. He's going to, if he can just clear that leg, he's going to end up with the 3 points, but he can't quite get through it. Still trying to pull out that leg. 23 seconds left on the clock in the first period. He's got to break that arm loose, and he does. Gets the 3 points. Cash now leading 4-3 with 14 seconds left in the first period. Cash on top, breaks the elbow, does an elbow chop. Almost ends up with Ashton on his back. Doesn't have the leg tight and ends up getting a 2-point reversal. Ashton now in lead by 5-4. 5 seconds left. That's going to end the first period. Score is going to be Cash 4, Ashton 5. Red wins the toss. He defers to the second round. Cash is going to choose to start the second round neutral. Cash Atkinson, Ashton Densley. Cash shoots in for the single. Has the leg. He's just got to do the lift. Goes to a double. Got to clear the head. He's going to get the 3-point takedown. Score's going to be 7-5 for Cash now. Ashton trying to get to his feet. Cash doing a good standing cradle there, but he can't quite get his hands locked. Drops back down into a single leg, does the lift. Now he's just got to do the trip. Keeps Ashton down. Goes to a standing cradle. Has the arm, has the leg, has the head. He can't pin him from here because he's got to clear that arm, but he does have him locked. Hopefully he can roll him over and score some of the near fall points. Still not able to roll him over. Score still 7-5, 1:11 left in the second period. Ashton now able to break that cradle, and Cash working that upper body. He does have the leg looped. Ashton going to his feet, Cash staying with him. Cash with a nice little throw, brings him right back down, goes to that cradle again. He doesn't have the arm cleared, and Ashton doesn't allow him to lock those hands, so Cash just needs to stick with this. Still working on that cradle, gets a little high, gets a little out of position, and now he moves back, gets behind him where he's supposed to be. Still trying to work that cradle, but he's not going to be able to get those hands close enough. 30 seconds left on the clock, second period. Cash leading by a score of 7-5. Ashton on the bottom, Cash on top. Cash able to get around behind him. He's going to try to put him down on his back. He's not going to get the near fall points, I don't think. In fact, he actually gets out of position quite a bit, and they're going to end up going out of bounds. Score is going to stay 7-5. Ashton will be on the bottom, Cash will be on top. 8.5 seconds left in the second period. Cash does a good job at keeping a hold of that arm. Ashton trying to do a rollout, can't get it. Cash now able, he's getting way out of position. but luckily the clock ran out before any points were scored. Score is going to be 7-5 going into the third period. Cash Atkinson leading. Injury time for Cash. Looks like he may have a cramp. Refs, coaches are going to talk to him for a minute. Going into the third round, Cash Atkinson, Ashton Denzi. Score is 7-5, Cash's favor. Injury timeout is over. Ref's going to bring him back. They're going to give 1 point to Ashton. Score is going to be 7-6 to start the third period. They start out neutral. Both wrestlers shoot at the same time, collide. As Cash does a good job of getting that arm in there, he's able to put Ashton down. No wrestler has maintained control, so ref not giving the takedown to anybody. Cash ends up in a little bit of trouble. He ends up losing the 3 points. Score is now going to be 7-9 for Ashton Densley. Cash on the bottom now. Ashton working that crossbody ride. Gets the leg looped. Keeps Cash broke down. Cash trying to get back to his hands and knees. Hard forearm to the back of the head there for Ashton on Cash. Ashton still in that crossbody ride, but doesn't really know what to do with it. Cash doing a good job getting back to his hands and knees. And now Ashton brings the arm, breaks him back down. And all Cash needs to do right now is pull that arm, and he's got him in a headlock, and he could get some near 4 points. Can't do it. Now Ashton ends up with the half. Has Cash on his back. Ref down taking a look. Scores now 7-12 for Ashton, and Cash is on his back with a reverse armbar. Now Ashton has the head. Ref down taking a look. 44 seconds left. Cash in trouble, and he gets pinned. 42 seconds left in the third period. So tough match, long match. Cash made it all the way to the end. A couple of little mistakes, and he lost it. Team score at this point with one match left is 51-24. Last match of the night is going to be Riggin Crittenden Gage Leffler. Riggin coming onto the mat. Ref shakes hands. They're going to start out. Riggin shoots in, misses. Gage shoots in, gets legs, doesn't get the takedown. He still has the legs. Riggin doing a good job of getting his hands down there, stretching out. They go over here to the far side of the mat. Ref, I really like this ref letting him wrestle as long as possible. Use up that whole mat. Both wrestlers still neutral, no points scored. Riggin Crittenden, Gage Leffler. They break away, get on their feet, and come back to the center on their own. Gage shoots in. Gage has the single leg. Riggin has his arms down in there. He doesn't have the 2 or 3 point takedown yet. Now Riggin is able to get that arm. Has a little bit of control if he could just get him over. If he doesn't let go of the arm, there's no points scored. Score is still 0-0 with 1 minute left. Riggin with that chicken wing on. He's just got to pull that down and force Gage's stomach into the mat. Now Riggin goes to the headlock, sucks up the arm and the head. 45 seconds left. He's got to keep the head. Riggin loses the head, loses the takedown point. Score is going to be 0-3. Gage now working into a crossbody ride, has the leg looped, starts working that other side. Riggin on the bottom. Hard crossface there by Gage Leffler. They're on the far side of the mat near the cheerleaders. Gage still has that crossbody ride, but I'm not sure he knows what to do with it. Riggin on his hands and knees, goes up and tries to do a donkey kick. Can't quite get it, but he does. get around behind him and get the 2-point reversal. So score's going to be 3-2 with 5 seconds left here in the first period. And now Riggin ends up in a little trouble. Gage gets the 2-point reversal. Score is going to be 7-2. Five to 2. The ref said it's 5-2. So we're going to go into the second period, but we have a blood timeout. Riggin doing a good job there that whole round. A lot of little mistakes. Got out of shape a couple of times, lost points due to him. Score is going to be 5-2 going into the second period. We do have a blood timeout. Still waiting here for the blood timeout on the ref. Riggin Crittenden on the mat. Green defers. Red chooses to start neutral. So they'll start the second round. Riggin down by a score of 5-2. Both wrestlers on their feet. Gage shoots in for the single. He has it. Pulls up on the leg. Trying to get Riggin down. Riggin has the chicken wing on him, so no points are going to be scored as long as Riggin keeps that arm behind him. And now Riggin with a nice duck under crossover. And Riggin's going to end up with a 3-point takedown. Score's going to be 5-5. 1:30 left in the second round. Riggin on top, way out front. You like seeing back, so he's going to work that into a cradle. Gage keeping that leg still, doesn't allow Riggin to do much. Riggin trying to get back around out to the side. Gets over to the side, trying to work that single arm bar. Can't quite get it because he can't get the arm off of his leg. Trying to do a little bit of a crossface there. He keeps a hold of the ankle. Score is still tied at 5. 55 seconds left in the second period. Riggin trying to work around the side to possibly get into that cradle. Now he gets the hands locked, but he can't quite get it. He actually ends up with a reverse half. Has his Gage on his back. Ref down taking a look. Riggin's on top. Gage on the bottom. Ref's taking a look. 30 seconds left on the clock. Riggin sucks it up and gets the pin. 26 seconds left in the second period. So with that, final score, 57-24 for South Summit. So a nice little dual match there.
Please travel safely back to Price.
And that'll be it for tonight. We're going to sign out. We'll be back at our next home match. Want to tell everybody thanks for tuning in. Tell Kim thanks for having us all set up, and tell Jeremy thanks for allowing us to do this. So we'll sign out. We'll see you at the next home match. Thank you.
How do we do?